Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today I thought I'd take this old case. I think it's a 52, 6250. I think that's what this is called. 6250. It's an old case. Elephant's Toenail. Got this out of a pawn shop. You can see really rough shape there, but the elephant engraving is still on it, so I'm going to try to preserve that. I'm going back and forth on what to do about it. Honestly, I kind of like this rough shape on this knife, but I think I'm going to go ahead and clean it up some. Patty's potato peeler suggested that I just acid wash it. If I do that, I think I'll lose this elephant here, and so I'm trying to kind of preserve the natural state of this knife. Let's see, 6250, yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. If you'd like to follow along as I work on this a little bit and clean her up, I think I'm going to clean the back up here, probably clean the tops of the blades here. If I clean the tops off, it'll look pretty good. There'll be some pitting left over, but it'll do a lot if I just clean the tops off the blades. So that's probably what I'm going to do. And yeah, why don't you follow along with me as I work on this and try to bring this thing back a little bit. All right, welcome back to the Fortified Castle. Hi to all my viewers. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas. It's the day after right now. Wish you a Happy New Year. And we're going to try to wear on this little knife right here a little bit. Clean her up a little. You can see it's kind of rough right there in the blade. So yeah, let's get right to it. Okay, it's gonna be kind of hard to see here. You can see I got that shining up pretty good. We still got some deep stuff here, but that's about as far as I wanted to go. Right up here, there were somebody had used this as a hammer and kind of rolled these liners over into the back spring, and so I wanted to clean it up just down to there. You can see the liners are nice and clean now, and so you know, that's as far as I'm going to take it. I can keep going, but it's pretty deep, and we'll see that once we get to a better lighted position. That's about all I want to do. So now what we're going to do is just clean up the backs of these real quick, and then we'll work on the blades. This is a little better view. So it's coming out pretty good. This is all even here. And then I'll hit this with some lighter, this is 240 that I'm using, so we'll hit it with some lighter grit. So now we're just going to try to clean this up a little bit here. A little better. This is really the hard part, to get these grinds even. Okay. All right, so you can see, got some good jigging right there, and it's almost all gone here. So I've digged it out a little deeper, and I'm going to go all the way across, and then we'll have to clean it up with some sandpaper, make it look pretty, polish it, all that. But yeah, we're gonna work on making this a little deeper right now. All right. Cleaned it up. Should look better. All right. This is day 2 on the cleaning. Didn't take 8 hours to do this. I just worked on it some, working on other things, and about finished with this knife. So wanted to show you what she looks like here. And if you can fast forward back or fast back to see what it looked like at the beginning. But the jigging come out pretty good. It looks I like this better than the worn stuff. It also is grippy, so it gives you some grip. It works. This jigging works. But when I was done, it's all fresh underneath there, so it had a reddish hue to it. You could see a little bit of it right there. And I just put a little bit of oil in here to darken it up to the color of the rest of this. This has a 400 grit. Usually I mirror polish these, but I clean the bolsters up with 400 grit. And that's what I have on the back. You can see, again, this looks a lot better than what we started with. These deep pits, you're not going to get that out. I use some Neverdol. This is kind of a fiber cotton stuff I've used since the Marine Corps. It works great. But one of the cool things is it does a real good job. It's kind of wet, and so that polish gets down in there and will neutralize the acids in here and give you some protection overall, because that corrosion won't stop coming. So as far as the blades are concerned, you can see they look a lot better, and you can see that elephant pretty good. One of the things that surprised me is you can see the tusk coming out here, which you couldn't see before. So cleaning it up some actually brought out the elephant better, and I didn't want to wear away all these lines. I wanted to at least maintain the elephant. So I only hit this with, this was 240 grit up here along here that I cleaned it up and reduced some of that. And then on the rest of the stuff here, I used that Neverdol, and you can see how it just takes that black out of there. So this stuff is really great, for getting into these. If you have black marks on there from like acid on apples and things like that, it'll clean that right up. And so yeah, it's dull. That's the last thing I have to do to this. This is finished with 400 grit right here. Normally I go to a mirror polish, but because of the pits on here, I don't think I'm going to do that. The action is still a little bit gritty. It's a lot better than it was, but that's just going to take time to work all of that out of there. Here's a small blade right here. You can see how deep these pits were, and I was able to clean them up some. And I don't know how you feel about that. It's okay. I'm okay with it. I kind of feel like it would have been with the blade patinaed, it wouldn't show those pits as bad. And probably a better option would be just to acid wash it, give it a nice black finish on there. But I like bring things back to original as much as I can. And so let's look down in there real quick. So I'm also not done with this. I'm going to go put a little bit of polish on this to bring out some of this nice red color that's in this prop wood here. I think normally I would mirror polish these bolsters, but because of how rough the blades are, they just kind of look better, I think, not mirror polished, but who knows? I may change my mind. I can show you down inside there. We'll clean the brass up. Let me see. Let's just do this. And there you go. You can see down in there, it's all nicely cleaned up. Now, one of the problem areas is, let's see if I can get it to focus here. One of the problem areas is down in that corner where the blade sits. There you go. And you can see a little bit of the rust down in there. There used to be a lot. And so getting underneath that blade is really difficult. A lot of times it's just time as you work with the blade. It's going to come out of there. But I take a little pick like this right here and stick it down underneath the blade and just run it back and forth like this. So I get in there and I'm running it back and forth. It's not focusing. So I just run it back and forth underneath that blade. And that did get a lot of that rust out of there. And then, the oil, we're putting oil down in there. You can see that rust right there. See it? But that was all raised up and gritty, so I did get a lot of that rust off. And I'll keep working on this every time I pick this up. I'll work the blades and get all the gook out of there. But it's pretty cleaned up now. So I'm gonna go down, polish this, polish the wood. I'm not gonna hit the blades, and that'll be the end of this knife. So I'll show you one more shot before we're done here. All right, this is about all I'm going to go with this. So we'll polish up the bolsters. You can see that's not a deep mirror polish on there. That's what 400 grit will get you. But, I could put a deep mirror polish. I usually do, but because of the blades, I just didn't want to do it. Polished up this wood. You could see the red coming out now on the wood. Really nice coloring on it. I don't know how well the camera's picking that up, but it does look good. And that's what it looks like there. So yeah, I think it came out okay. And let's go ahead and we'll put up in the picture there what it did look like at the beginning. You can watch that as we look at this. But yeah, that's how it ended up. And I thought, I'd just show you, here's a modern elephant's toe by Rough Rider. You can see the blade is a little different here. And, that's okay. It's a modern interpretation. You can see the differences. You have more of a sheep's foot style blade here. And this is a spear point on here. Some of the differences. Pretty much same size though. You can see right there. Actually, the spear point's a little bigger there. And we'll look at the smaller one real quick. And again, the modern interpretation, you got a Warncliffe on there. And we'll look at the old traditional blade. And there you go. So that's cool. It's pretty much the same size. I actually think the Rough Rider may be a little wider here. No, it's not, actually. Almost exact same size. The case is a little bigger, just a hair bigger, maybe an eighth of an inch bigger. But otherwise, pretty good interpretation of the old traditional elephant's foot. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Really appreciate you for dropping by and checking it out. Your support, all the Christmas wishes was great. Had a fantastic Christmas with the family. And hope you enjoyed this little cleanup video. All right. Thanks again. Bye.